Hi everyone, welcome to Values. Today we're going to look at the three top shorted stocks, and that is Gamestop, AMC, and Virgin Galactic. And as of Friday, so these numbers are very fresh and they haven't really changed over the weekend. GameStop's short interest is 121%, which is kind of lowered from the high, but still very high. Like the fact that it's over 100% of the shorted stocks of that current float, it means people can keep pushing the share price higher, and there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to cover, and they're going to continue to push the price even higher, because it doesn't make sense that a stock is shorted over 100%, because there's literally not enough stock available for everyone all to cover at once, which is what really causes short squeeze, because everyone's trying to buy stock, and then basically the price keeps on going higher, people get desperate, they buy, and it keeps going higher and higher, and the people that are holding are the ones that win. Hence the whole idea of like diamond hands. If you just hold your stock, you limit the float, and it means there's even less shares for people to buy, and the share price gets pushed up even higher. And given the short interest is like 121%, yeah, it seems insane that the stock is still continue to be shorted so much. So yeah, like I'm looking at the stock price and going, could it go higher than $325? There's a very good chance based on the short interest and based on the combined efforts of everyone trying to buy up all the stock, hold it, and then really cause that massive short squeeze to continue. Yeah, like I do not know who is shorting the stock, but you have to be out of your mind, I think. I mean, there are people looking at this and going, it has to drop eventually. Yes, eventually it's going to drop, but the question is when, and are you really going to take that risk of shorting it today and having it go to like $500 or even $1,000, which would be really insane. No guarantees that it will go there. It could just stop there at 325 and just drop to the floor, which would mean a lot of people lose a lot of money. Eventually, if someone does lose a lot of money, eventually someone buys at the top. It's not worth the value. It drops like a rock, and eventually shorts do make a lot of money as well. But the whole idea right now is you're causing all the current shorts to have a lot of pain, and to also lose a lot of money, and basically have to cover their position because it's so uneconomical to be shorting at this price, that you eventually just have to exit your positions. Of course, new people are going to take new positions and they are going to continue to short the stock, so that short interest is still going to be relatively high, but the fact that it's over 100% means a lot of people are still going to continue to go at this with as much pressure as possible, particularly the people at Wall Street Bets. I think there's still a really collective effort to kind of find ways to continue to buy this stock, even though you've got brokerage firms like Robinhood that are limiting the stock. And the very same thing of AMC, like the short interest isn't as high compared to GameStop, but still it is relatively big in a sense at 78.97%. Mind you, this company is currently at a valuation of 4.49 billion, whereas for GameStop it is at 22 billion. So for GameStop, even more collective effort has to come together to continue this kind of pressure. Whereas with AMC, since the value isn't too large, people can buy up even more of it, and even though the short interest isn't as large, you can still cause a lot of pressure on the share price, and then when shorts have to cover, it really pushes the stock price higher. And in the next coming days, potentially we could see quite a big short squeeze, particularly given that some short interest contracts are going to expire and a lot of people are going to activate them, considering the closing price was well above the strike price. So a lot of people are going to demand that shorts pay up. And yeah, as long as everyone kind of holds their stock and doesn't sell anytime too soon, they're going to have to pay up on today's 2.6 pricing, or even higher if the share price continues higher, which there's a good a lot of people kind of feel like it is going to go higher. Like, I kind of feel like it might go higher. But again, you know, people could just go, you know, they could lose their diamond hands, you know, see the enormous profits that they have currently right now, and just sell, which would kind of give which would kind of help the shorts in a large way, because they can cover at a really low price. But if you hold your shares and the shorts can't cover at a low price, they're going to have to buy no matter what. They're going to buy at a really high price, and it's going to push the price of the stock even higher. And very similar stuff with GameStop. So what happened at GameStop could also happen with AMC. So yeah, like same stuff, right? And the share price could be pushed up quite a bit. But so that's gonna make some for some very interesting, you know, stock market watching, of course. Particularly if you're like waiting on other stocks, you know, this just provides some real pure classic entertainment that you're not going to find anywhere else, particularly if you're a stock enthusiast. Such an interest is hard to find, and such entertainment, yeah, I don't think you'll find this anywhere else. And then the third one is Virgin Galactic. Current short is 71.95%, and I'm amazed the short percentage is this high for a company like Virgin Galactic, because this company is on the cusp of flying and going commercial. The fact that people are shorting it so much is just insane. Like, you could literally buy Virgin Galactic today at $44.29, and you would still be really relaxed, because you're still paying a relatively conservative pricing for a high potential company. Like, we can look at GameStop and go, okay, this company doesn't have as much, you know, fundamental values that justify 22 billion in valuation. And the same of AMC, the theaters aren't actually open, and fundamentals aren't that strong right now. But Virgin Galactic, the fundamentals are all there. So there's a really big question of why is there such a large short interest, because everyone's like, well, if they don't fly, then potentially the stock price falls, the shorts make a lot of money. But you haven't really considered the other perspective, right? What if they fly, they're successful, they go commercial? The shorts are going to really have to cover, and it's really going to push this share price up. Like, out of a lot of stocks, this is like one of my favorite stocks. And I hold this stock, I hold AMC. Though I don't hold GameStop because I can't justify the value, I brought into AMC quite early on, so that's why I can still justify holding it, and the position isn't too large, so that's why. While with Virgin Galactic, the position is much larger, and I can kind of see a lot of potential with this company. And then tack on the whole fact that this is one of the most shorted stocks, that if this company flies, they go commercial, and the price skyrockets, these shorts are going to really have to cover. So right now there's nothing happening with Virgin Galactic. They're not flying yet, but I think they'll be flying very soon. So the fact that it's so highly shorted is literally insane. So out of the three top shorted stocks, I'd say Virgin Galactic is a good one to be buying into, because not only does it have strong fundamentals, it also means that if this company flies and the price goes up, these shorts are really going to have to cover. But of course, the collective effort right now is in GameStop, and the second part is in AMC. Yeah, like the whole collective effort to push these prices high. But I think if Virgin Galactic announces a flight date, and eventually if they are successful in flying, then it's really going to cause a massive short squeeze in the Virgin Galactic stock as well. So, you know, food for thought out of which one you would buy, or you don't have to buy any, of course. But I mean, it's just that interesting watching the whole Wall Street bet kind of situation, and them really targeting the shorts. And out of the top three companies, I think one of them is one that you shouldn't be shorting. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre, but yeah, it's very interesting that Virgin Galactic has been shorted so much. So yeah, like if the Wall Street Bet crowd does decide after GameStop they're going to AMC, after AMC they all go to Virgin Galactic, then potentially it means this stock it's really going to fly to the moon, even though it is a space company that is just going to be flying to space, on the border of space, rather than anywhere near the moon. But yeah, literally the share price could go to the moon for Virgin Galactic, which will be a really nice thing, particularly if you waited a really long time for the share price to do really well. So the share price has done insanely well in the recent times, going from at the start of the year from about $24, $23, and now closing at $44. So you got to be a really happy shareholder anyway. I'm personally a really happy shareholder, but I think you could probably be even more happier going into the future, particularly knowing that, hey, there's 71.95% of people shorting the stock, and the stock, if it does well, it's going to have a lot of people wanting to buy in anyway, and then after that you have a lot of people trying to cover their shorts. So yeah, potentially it means Virgin Galactic has a double prong approach when it comes to skyrocketing. Firstly, it's going to have a lot of interest, a lot of people wanting to buy into space, particularly with Cathie Wood's going, I want to create a whole space ETF, and that's going to push the stock even higher. And then if you have like short interest trying to cover, and particularly if you also have Wall Street Bet, that crowd targeting the space as well, it could just be this could literally be the most beautiful short squeeze that could happen right after GameStop and after AMC, of course. I think these two are the front runners, and it's going to be very difficult to find anything that's going to replicate what's happened in GameStop. But of course, if you're looking for other opportunities around this kind of short interest kind of positioning, I think AMC, as I said in the other video, people are changing their interest from GameStop as well to AMC, so both of them are in play. But I think in the longer term, Virgin Galactic also offers something really interesting as well. And given, like, this is a company with actual fundamentals of an actual high potential to increase in a lot of value, it's insane that the amount it's shorted is this much. But it's the markets. This is what creates opportunity, of course, and for me it's all about creating and finding those opportunities. So yeah, like, let me know what your thoughts are. Would you buy into these stocks? Out of the three, which one would you feel more comfortable buying? Are you with the scores? Are you happy watching on the sidelines? Let me know if you've got any questions or comments, just post them below. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and until next time, good luck investing, everyone.